What is up, YouTube? So this is Infinite Lasers here, coming at you with my Archfiend deck profile that I did on my last duel video. So a lot of you guys actually kind of liked the duel video, and I just want to do the deck profile. So we have two of the Archfiend Emperor. I had them at 3, but I thought 3 was too much because, I have multiple level 8s, and please ignore that. We have two of the Archfiend Emperors. We have one of the Empress. Empress at 1 is very good because, you need it, special summon it, and if you have an Archfiend General in the graveyard, or something like that, and you can just keep looping the field that way. And there's a loop with Archfiend Empress and Emperor, which is really good. Then I attack in 2 Dark Creators because it's a level 8 target, and it can be summoned, and you can just special summon a Dark Monster from your graveyard, which is awesome as it is. So you basically can special summon Empress, Emperor, any of the Cavalries, anything in the deck can be special summoned except for Mass Chameleon. So 2 of those. 1 Dark Arm Dragon because it's a dark deck and dark decks need Dark Arm Dragon. 3 Cavalry because Cavalry is a good card and it's a 0 defense monster, so that's why 2 Mass Chameleon. I attack in 1 Trans Archfiend because your stuff's going to get banished because of Emperor. And Archfiend, just whenever it's destroyed, it just gets your stuff back to your hand to use later. 2 Summoner Monks. Summoner Monk is really good because you can get out your level 4s and like a Trans Archfiend or Cavalry or something like that, and then go for a quick XYZ play. I run 2 of the Tour Guides. I did have Tour Guide at 3, but I thought 3 was too much. I added in an extra Eris instead of a third Tour Guide. And so I had 2 Tour Guides plus 3 Eris. That's it for the monster count. It's a very slim monster count, and it's pretty decent. We have 1 Allure of Darkness, pretty standard in dark decks. 2 Instant Fusion for instant XYZ play, as well as also another spell card to ditch from Summoner Monk, especially if you don't have any other plays that you can do at the moment. Triple Traded for draw power, extra draw power. I don't like Upstart Goblin and Reckless Greed. I really do not like those in this deck because it really does limit what you want to do. And Trade In works really well because you run a couple of level 8s to ditch, and that's how you get those. 2 MST, Mystical Space Typhoon was pretty good. I had it at 3, but I decided to drop it, and that's 2 Falling Down. Falling Down is an amazing card. It steals your opponent's stuff, and stuff like Big Eye, Draco Sack steals that stuff, so you can go off for other plays. And it's just amazing because you're always going to have at least 1 Archfiend card on the field. You're going to have the field spell, the Eris, the Emperor and the Empress, or a Cavalry, or an Eris on the field, or a Trance Archfiend if you ditch a card, ditch Eris or Trance, add 1 to your hand, and then steal your opponent's stuff for more plays. And then you got 3 of the Archfiend Labyrinth. It's all fiend type monsters gain 500, and it targets 1 on the field and searches a card out to your hand. 1 Bottomless, triple Archfiend Roar, which is searchable by Eris. Archfiend Roar is basically a good card to, swap the Empress and the Archfiend, any of the Archfiend monsters, really, and get their effects off at the end phase, even if they're destroyed. So Archfiend Roar is basically a staple in this deck. Compulse standard, 2 Call of the Haunted to bring back your stuff, except for Dark Arm. Everything else can be brought back by Call of the Haunted. And since MST is the 3, and you can Call the Haunted and bring back your stuff and get more effects off that way as well. And Solemn Warning. That's it for the main deck. We go into the extra deck. We have 2 of the Camino Wizard, Commandant Wizard. And I thought it was really good. The one thing that's about this is on DevPro it says it's a wind monster, but it's actually a dark monster, so keep that in mind as well. 1 of the Dual Red Dragon Archfiends, this card is really good. I hate the fact that they changed the name of it, and this is a really good card. Plus it's another Archfiend card to summon with Roar, and just blow up the field and stuff like that, so you can do some more crazy plays with it. Stardust Dragon, standard, staple. Master Key Beetle, 2 of the Arcs, 1 Diamond Direwolf, 1 Excitation Knight, Lavalval Chain. The main play is to go into Summoner Monk, Instant Fusion, or anything, and just go into Level Chain first turn and dump the Eris in the grave and do all your shenanigans that way. Abyss Dweller, Cowboy. I have marked for my rank 3s. You have Ghost Trick Alucard, 1 Leviair, because when you get your stuff banished, you can just special summon it back, or your opponent's stuff, and you just swing for game that way. And Tim Tempo is my level 3 tech, and Tim Tempo is in here because, you know, they have Ophion. You know, you can't do anything without Ophion's on the field. And your opponent goes, oh, well, you're not going to summon level, you're not going to go for rank 8s. Well, I go Tour Guide, and Eris, ditch Eris, pop one of your XYZ units, and he gains attack and swing over. Yeah, it's a pretty good card. So let me know what you guys think of the deck profile for my Archfiends, and this is Infinite Lasers, signing out.